they drop in, we'll float them right on in. All right, YouTube. I told you I would try to make finale shows very impressive. And I know y'all have not seen this much hot and sexy black in one internet program since the internet was started. We've got Sharonda from Paraway. We've got my boy, the living legend, Larry. We've got Tiffany and Ron from The Real. We got Nita the Diva, and we've got y'all's favorite, Moochie. Tiffany and Ron, how y'all doing?
Oh, we're fine. Thank you for having us.
Definitely.
And we're from the Spot Real Talk.
Spot Real Talk. My bad. Their link is in the description. They do good work. I follow them. My sister Sharonda holding down the A. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. Just a little tired. It's been a long day.
Well, you know, we're not gonna hold you long. We want
I don't
you
have the energy to argue with Larry tonight.
Oh, well, there's no arguing here tonight because we have to keep this short.
You know why she doesn't have energy? Because Sharonda, she looks like she's on a live stream right now with us. But really what Sharonda is doing is working 3 other jobs right now. So she's actually driving a car while she's live streaming, babysitting somebody's kid, and she's writing a paper for her, a paper for her real job. So she's doing a whole lot right now.
Oh, hey, wow.
She's got
a green screen behind her, and she's driving.
Right. And she just got finished updating her beauty channel. So, she's got everything going.
What is she driving? The Tesla doing all this? The car driving for? My God, Larry.
Oh, yes, so.
No, the paper that she's writing is actually for Tesla because she does research for Tesla on the side. That's her side hustle.
Okay. Okay. I see where nerds go with this. Nita the Diva. Your hair looks amazing. The curls look on fleek. It looked like you took a straw and freshly done that. How you doing down there tonight?
Doing great.
And we're glad to have you. And last but not least, Moochie is up in the. I ain't even gonna say where you at. I ain't even gonna say where you at. But Moochie is somewhere where us po folks can't go at. Moochie, how you doing?
I'm fine. Hello, everybody. I'm looking forward to tonight.
You got your notebook, Moochie?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Well, like I said, I've got a clip for each and every one of you guys. I'm going to go down the list. It's going to be Tiffany, Moochie, Ron, Larry, Nita, and Sharonda. When I show the clip, I want you, whoever's turn it is, to respond to it first. Give yourself 30 seconds. Then we'll let the rest of the panel clue in how they felt in relation to that clip and the rest of the finale. And we'll get to it right now. So I'm about to get in some good trouble. The first thing I want to talk about with you guys on this clip is I'm a little sad. This story has been killing people all season. And we had another 2 deaths last night. Now, of course, I know some of y'all going to say it didn't happen. But you know what? Damn it, they died. And here we go. Little good trouble. And I have to bring out my afro for the finale to show a little support to Leon. Moochie, you didn't think I was going to do it, did you?
No, I didn't. I dared you. I'm like,
and so having said that, we can start the debate right there. Do y'all think that either one of those characters is really dead? Sharonda, go first.
Yeah, they did.
They dead?
Yeah, why you think they not dead?
Oh, okay. Well, for one,
I mean, Scully could be in jail, maybe.
Exactly. I think
I'll give him jail, but I mean, he deserved to die. You can't be out here snitching on the government. No.
Who you talking about? Alton?
Alton. What I say?
You said Scully.
No, I said, okay, what I meant to say was I think that Scully could be in jail.
Mm-hmm.
And they could have been like, hey, we ain't gonna kill him. We didn't kill this man's whole family. We ain't gonna kill nobody else. But Alton, he dead. You can't be snitching on the government. Like, what did you think was gonna happen? And I still think that Sissy set him up. I don't care what nobody says.
What? Sissy did it?
She was way too happy talking about, oh baby, I'm finna go to the market. I said, girl, why are you so happy to go to the market? What they got at the market today? I'm just saying.
Wow. Oh, I mean, she might have wanted her some fresh papaya, Sharonda. I mean, you can't go to the market.
She wanted some fruit.
Yeah,
she was way too happy. She was way too happy.
Yeah, that's when people don't like the way Sally walk.
Oh Lord, let me come to our special guests, Tiffany and Ron. But before I do that, big shout out to the homie who's making all this Snowfall gear. If you want Snowfall gear, use the promo code LifeGames, get 10% off, free shipping. Link to his website is in description. Ron and Tiffany, will go Ron first. How do you feel? Do you think Scully and Alton are dead, or do you think that they're hemmed up somewhere?
No, I don't think they're dead. And you know, as far as Alton is concerned, I like Alton. He's my boy. You know, he goes back to that Black Panther movement. And as far as I'm concerned, he did what he had to do to not only save his family, but also try to save that community that he's in. Scully, I think Scully is in jail. I mean, look, if you're going to damn near bleed to death, what better place can you be but in a hospital?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
In the hospital, you know, so they patched him up. And yeah, I'm sure he's somewhere, you know, I don't know what jail he could be in, but he's locked up. Now, question, how long?
Okay. Tiff.
I think Alton is dead. Sissy, I mean, I don't think Sissy set her up. I know y'all do. I don't think Sissy set him up. Sissy had that walk like she was in love and she just got some and she was happy. You know. Yeah, so so Scully, I don't think Scully, I'll go with Ron on that. I think he might be in jail because, you know, even though he was bleeding to death, he was in the hospital. So I think he got patched up and sent straight to the bang.
Okay. Larry.
I think Alton deserved to die for stupidity for going to Cuba. I mean, if we remember back, I think it was 2 seasons ago when he started doing research on Teddy. They pulled up and stuff and said, oh yeah, he's been in Cuba, South America, Central America. But they were saying before this got started, before he went to Nicaragua to deal with the Contras, he had just come from Cuba. So what, you think he just all of a sudden didn't have any contacts in Cuba? I mean, if you're trying to get away, don't go to a place where the dude used to be stationed. Go somewhere else. Go to, I don't know, go to Ghana.
Oh, good Lord. Moochie, speak on it, Moochie.
I think Scully's alive. I think this is not the last that we're going to see of him. And when he come back the next time, he's really going to be out of control.
Scully's going to come back as a preacher.
I think he got patched up and he's in county. He's in LA County jail.
Okay. Neither the Diva.
Back as a preacher.
Neither the Diva. Finish it off.
He going to open his own church.
Okay, so I feel like Scully is not dead, but I do believe Alton is dead. But if you go by the law of the movie world, they're not that dead unless you see them die. But I think he was dead because I actually saw Teddy raise that gun up. So I was like, oof. So yeah. Yeah, and so Scully in jail. Got patched up in jail.
Okay. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, here we go down the panel. Tiffany, we're coming to you first. You get the first clip. Take a look at this and then let us know what you think. It's on a little delay.
Refused to stand beside the Pledge of Allegiance. When I asked him why, he wouldn't answer.
That's it? That's what you called me down here for? Well, I'll tell you right now, I told him not to. You dig?
You told him.
Damn straight. Boy don't want to salute a flag, don't care nothing about him, that's his right. One day you'll be grown. We'll have to decide for yourself what it is you believe, how you want to live your life. But whatever that is, I want you to know I'm going to be proud of you. I love you. And your daddy will always have your back.
Can't do nothing with a father's love.
Mhm.
Tiffany, you get that one first. Explain to us the significance of putting that scene into the season finale.
Yeah, I appreciated that backstory, showing Alton as a Black Panther and showing that, I mean, that this didn't just come to him. This is his roots, and he instilled that in Franklin. And I think it was important to show that he really loves Franklin. And the reason why he's taking the stance that he's taking now is because he's trying to protect his family and save his son.
Okay.
And
get with
so
that.
I wasn't mad at that. I was feeling Brother Alton and wearing my Black Wall Street t-shirt in solidarity with Brother Alton. You know, he may have gone about it the wrong way. It was stupid of him to do what he did with, you know, going to the press. But I did understand why he did it.
Got you. Moochie, what's your notebook telling you about that scene?
With this scene, he was in there like this with the black fist. I like seeing him as a strong Black man.
Mm-hmm.
And he was a strong black man, and he wasn't afraid, because when you first met this character, he was a drunk. And then we found out why. So that's when I kind of felt like, oh man, he is gonna die, because they doing a whole evolution of this guy. So I like that how he came into the school, and then I liked how he spoke to Franklin, and I like that scene. I just like, I was like this when he came in, like with the fist.
Okay, Ron, what'd you think?
I'm with you, Moochie. I'm all the way with you. You know, I thought it was a very strong scene for two reasons. One thing, as we all said, Alton went back to his roots, and that's that Black Panther movement. And see, you know, with white supremacy, we're looked at as terrorists. The Black Panther Party were looked at as terrorists. They're actual terrorists, you know. And what he was trying to do is not only live up to what he is, his history, but he was also telling his son, look, here's some things that you're going to have to learn. And as Tiffany said, I believe it was, he showed love for his son. That was deep love. And I really enjoyed that little episode, that little part, because it really spoke to me a lot about who Alton was, despite the fact that, you know, we all claim he made a mistake. Honestly, I don't think he did. I think Alton did exactly what he was supposed to do to save his family and to save that community.
Okay. Sharonda, your thoughts on the opening scene with Alton?
Oh, you might be muted.
You on mute.
I like the scene. I just think from more of a critical aspect, I felt like when Alton got clean, that he should have then formed into this Black Panther persona. Because that's why I just felt like, bro, why are you being so stupid this entire like past few episodes? It just didn't make sense because it felt so out of his character. Because after he got clean, they kind of had him as this like mellow, I'm gonna be neutral type of person, when I felt like he should have been the outspoken Black Panther version of Alton like the entire season. Like it just would have made more sense, especially after they gave the backstory as to what led him down the path to being an alcoholic, being on the streets and things like that. I felt like it would have gave him more, it would have been a better send-off for him. And I think everybody would have respected him a little bit more, that he always stayed true to himself at the end. They kind of using the exposition of dialogue when they were like, he's not going to let this go. Like, that's how Alton is. He like, this is what he believes. I just wish we could have actually seen that throughout the course of the season instead of right before he died.
Right. Well, damn, Sharon, how's somebody supposed to follow in behind you? Using thespian words, alto, tenor, bass, and acting. How are we supposed to follow that? Damn, man. The only person I can put behind you now is Larry. Larry, speak on that. Lord have mercy. She done went all super thespian on us. Good graciously. I'm glad I got a dictionary.
I thought it was a really nice scene. I mean, it was one of those scenes, I guess, that spoke about Alton a little bit in his past. But I thought really what it showed us was a bit about Franklin as well, because we often forget that Franklin, before he became this big drug dealer, was an honor student, and and he was always in his books, and he was in his, he was a very smart guy. And then here we are, he's about to leave, and he's like, I don't want to leave school. A lot of kids are like, I don't want to be in school, I want to go play and blah blah blah. And he's like, I don't want to leave school, I want to be here. This is where all my friends are. And one interesting little tidbit on here, since we're talking about him not wanting to salute the flag and his dad being a Black Panther and fighting against white supremacy, right behind there is a map of California with the missions of California, which is really all about white supremacy and the colonization of the European Spaniards in California at the time. And I just looked at that and I thought, I bet you a lot of people that's kind of just like flying, under the radar for a lot of people that didn't grow up in California. But when you go out, if you're from California and you're in school, they teach you all about these missions, and they teach you this very distorted, twisted Eurocentric history until you get a little older and go to college and you learn the real history. So,
okay. Gotcha. Well,
they kind of snuck that in on us.
Unfortunately, Larry, they teach all that throughout the South too. I just hate to break that down to you. But good catch, my brother. I mean, I'm going to school tonight. I'm getting taught acting, acumen, and I'm getting some history tonight. Nita, you the last one, and then we're going to introduce J Mo, get him involved. How did you think about that opening scene?
Nita,
I absolutely agree with Sharonda 100%. No,
can you hear us?
I think there's a delay.
Oh, yeah, it's a delay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, so I'll go back to you saying this.
Okay.
Well, we're going to introduce Jay Moore. Jay Moore, how you doing, brother? Jay Moore, can you hear us?
Hey, what's up, man? How you?
We doing good. Everybody, Jay Moore in the
it's
building.
a little breaking up a little bit. But hey, what's up, everybody? Appreciate y'all.
Yeah,
letting me come through.
Oh yeah,
hey,
for sure.
What's
for
up?
Sure.
What's up?
All right, Moochie, this next scene is all for you, my dear. And we know it ain't no tricking you because you got your notebook.
Moochie, ready?
Yeah, Moochie be taking notes like she getting ready to go through a college exam. Here we go, Moochie.
I'm ready.
This is all for you.
What do we got?
It's a little delay.
You saying something?
I know. I think StreamYard's tripping tonight a little bit.
Yeah, they tripping tonight. So bust the move on the clip, Moochie, and we'll just break it. Uh-oh. Did I lose y'all?
No, we here.
We're still here.
Okay. In any event, Moochie, basically, the very next scene, you get your boy Franklin rolls up to his dad's shelter. And he has to run up on homeboy because he wants to know where the hell is Alton, and he won't tell him. Franklin had to pull rank and say that the nonprofit that funds this place is mine. I'm shutting it down. Get everybody up out of here. Tell me where my dad is. And you had the guy who hair I stole this morning. He was in there holding him down. Moochie, talk about that scene right there, Moochie.
We see Leon was coming back to himself with being Franklin's muscle. So that's what I liked about that part. And he had to show this guy like who's really in charge here.
Oh, okay. I mean, that was easy. That was like a layup for you. All right, Ron, what'd you think about this scene? Was Franklin trying to flex his corporate muscles?
No, actually, he did, but I think he did it in a, righteous moment. I mean, he's looking for his dad, and he knows that he has to find his dad before the CIA agent finds him. So what is he going to do? He approached the dude, he asked nicely. Brother man was like hard on not trying to give up the information. He had to play his card. That was the only card he had. So he played it.
Okay. All right. I'm swinging to you, Tiffany. What'd you think on this scene?
I I agree with Ron. He had the flex, but I did think he was ruthless. I was like, wow. I was like, wow, Franklin, you even booted the homeless people out. That was ruthless. And I just think it's the beginning of him. I mean, he's already been a savage, but I really think come season 5, he's gonna be a monster.
Okay, hey, short and sweet and to the point. I get you on that. Sharonda, what was your thoughts on Franklin coming and pulling rank?
I like what he did.
Let me be clear. That's Franklin's shelter, honey.
Oh,
that was a gift for Franklin first and foremost. But I liked it. I mean, I was like, "Now, Franklin, you didn't have to kick all the homeless people out. That was a bit much." But at the end of the day, he's trying to save his father's life, so he did what needed to be done.
He definitely done that. I think it showed a bit of how much he really cares about his father. It was just a continuation from the very first scene. J-Mo, can you hear us?
He looked frozen.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Nita, I'm coming to you. What did you think about Franklin pulling rank at his own shelter?
Man, I felt sorry for the people that had to get the babies, the kids. I'm like, oh my God. But yeah, he had to do what he had to do. And I did like Leon. I said, oh, we got the old Leon back. So yeah, I was liking that. But yeah, he had to kind of like just really, he had to really enforce it because it was under dire circumstances. So, he had to do what he had to do.
Okay. And Larry, swinging to you, my brother. Finish us off for us.
I think this scene right here really just sort of set the tone for this entire episode. So we got to see what Franklin's going to be about at, ending this season off, how he's going to deal with relationships, even with those that are closest to him. And we got a little peek into how things are going to be. Like Tiffany said, we're going to see how we got a little peek into how he's going to be in season 5. He's going to be just straight savage. He's going to be ruthless. And it's not just going to be that intellectual, methodical sort of Franklin we've known. It's going to be sort of like, I don't give an F about you. I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it anymore. I'm just gonna tell you, I don't give a damn. You're gonna do what I say to do, just like that. And when Leon stepped in and basically took on the role of his muscle again, unfortunately, he sort of sealed his own fate in that moment. It was I think it was in that moment that Franklin realized how much he had been missing out having his day one with him, and Leon just sealed his fate.
Okay. All right, J-Mo, jump on in there. Break this down for us.
Oh, he froze again?
Oh, I heard you say jump on in, but what was the last part?
What do you think about this scene where Franklin comes down to the shelter?
I like it, man. It showed that he's a boss now. It's no more, I don't want to hurt no feeling or say that, hey, look, hey, hold up. I pay for this here. So, hey, look, where he at, or this all gets shut down. Ain't no more games. Ain't no playing around. Like, dude, you think you running something. You not running nothing. You think you looking out for Alton. If you was looking out for him, you would tell me what I need to know, and you could have kept this running and looked out for everybody. Like, who you think you talking to? And, he tried to act like you can't do that. I can't do that. I'm the one pay for every damn thing. This is from the grant from the Alton Saint Corporation. I'm Alton Saint. You see what I'm saying? Like, you can't tell the CEO of McDonald's he can't close this store if he want to. If that's his restaurant, he'll close it out if he want to until everybody get up out of there. It don't matter if the closing time say 12 o'clock. If I say the store is closed, the store is closed. Okay?
Man.
And I think he's just like had enough with, beating around the bush and trying to play both sides of the fence. And
okay, we lost him, but I got the gist of what he was saying.
I actually like to see him do that because,
Okay, you in and out. We're gonna move on because you're in and out. So, Ron, this next scene is all for you, my brother. Take a look at this one. This is when we saw our boy Scully transform from the high priest Scully back to the hood Scully.
Front cover. Huh? Do it now. Do it now.
Knock, knock. Hey, yo, Franklin, you here? Look, I just want to talk.
Ron, speak on it, my brother. Speak on it, Ron.
It all goes down to good and evil. Now, he found religion. Looked like we were going to see a new Scully. Then he gets back to that little devilish way. Now, personally, I would not be going knocking on somebody's door talking about, I got a gift for you. That's just setting yourself up for what he got, a bullet.
Ron, you know what he needed to do? Scully needed to get that hate out of his heart.
Okay.
I thought that was a dumb move for Scully to make. I understood. I mean, he's had a loss. He's got quite a bit of loss, but it's just not something that was a smart thing to do. You don't go knocking on a man's door if you're gonna blow him up. You either kick the door in or you find some other mode, some other method.
Gotcha. Sharonda, thoughts on Scully, aka Cuba Gooding Little Jr., kicking in the door, waving the 4-4.
I thought it was weird that after they killed Khadijah, that none of them thought Scully was gonna comfort him. Like that never crossed anybody's mind to worry about what Scully was gonna do.
Yeah.
Yeah. You feel like they should have been prepared for that on all fronts. Like it should have been mass hysteria. Nita the Diva, what do you think about Scully coming through the door and actually getting a little shot on Alton?
Right. He did get him. What I do want to emphasize on is the director's the way he framed it and the shots that he got. I really, really like the high views that they took, and he kind of really made it really dramatic, and I really like the way he actually directed the scene. Now, as for Alton, it was something wrong with how he got shot. Like his injury was like the back of his shoulder, but he looked like he got shot from the front. So it just looked a little weird. Like, later on when we see his actual wound being something.
The bullet went through.
It went through
his shoulder. And
it
went through.
Yeah. Back out that way. Yeah.
Yeah. They was using those bullets that they was using in Luke Cage on Netflix series to kind of cut through Luke Cage. He had one of them kind of bullets. So it easily went through him. All right, Tiffany, I'm coming your way. What'd you think about the scene where Scully comes in there knocking on the door saying, "Are you here? You got hate in your heart too?"
I expected it. I said on our recap last week that I thought that although Scully had found religion, he was going to lose it because of his losses. So I thought he was going to come looking for them. One. Number two, my son and I was talking about this scene, and he seems to think that I thought Scully shot Alton. That Alton got caught by one of Scully's bullets. But my son said he rewinded it back a couple times, and he said that actually that Alton got caught in a crossfire from Franklin's bullet.
Right, he did. He did.
So I was like, okay, I thought Scully hit him, but he was like, no, Franklin actually hit him. So that was a wild scene, and I knew that Scully was going to end up trying to turn up.
You got that right. Muchella, you last on deck before Larry. What'd you think about this shootout?
I like the way they showed him walking into the house, how you saw the overhead view, like Nita said. And he did get hit by Franklin's bullet, because if he would have got hit with that shotgun, it would have been like, even if it was buckshots, it would have been crazy. So we know he already got hit with, like, he got caught up in the crossfire.
Mm-hmm.
And I agree with Sharonda. Why would they not think this dude is not gonna come back now? He ain't got nothing to lose right now. He done lost everything. So he's really. You thought he was crazy before? Because remember, I used to call him a loose cannon. So now he's like blast off. He's ready to get in there.
You used to call him Nick Cannon. How many kids he got?
Loose cannon.
Nick. Oh, my bad. Loose cannon. Oh, I thought you said Nick Cannon.
That's what they say about crazy people. They loose cannons.
Okay, yeah. Lord, Larry, finish it off for us, my brother. What'd you think?
Yeah, when I watched this, I mean, I was just cracking up. I was thinking, like, you got to get that hate out your heart, man.
Oh,
but
Lord,
I was honestly thinking to myself, his heart's not in it. He didn't want to do it. He was there because he felt like he had to. He was telling his boys to go out and find them, but he wasn't really. His heart wasn't in it anymore. I mean, and part of the way you can see that is he showed up there. He got into this little shootout, and then he caught one, and then he left. I mean, he left. I mean, we know who Scully is. If he caught one before and he was still in his full gangster mode, his heart was in it, he just would have put a few drops in his ear and kept pushing, you know? But he decided he was going to leave and go try and get an easy score at the hospital with his auntie and with Franklin's auntie. And it's like, even then he got, well, I don't want to put my track shoes on, but
man, you can't help yourself.
Get off the horse.
I'm just gonna say his heart wasn't in it, because if it was, he would have stayed up in there and kept pushing.
Okay. All right, my people, we have got 200 people watching us right now. Be sure to subscribe to everybody's channel. You guys know Sharonda, you know Moochie, you know Nita, you know Larry, you know me. You might not know Tiffany and Ron. They have a great channel. Everybody's link is in the video description. And go support my big homie who is making Snowfall shirts for you guys. Use Life Gains code, get 10% off. Let's see here. Sharonda, this clip is for you. Sharonda's a complicated young lady. How can I get this clip? Might not be complex enough for Sharonda, but you know what? F it. I'm gonna do it anyway. Sharonda, this clip's for you.
You and your mother get back in the car and get out of here.
Pretty sure I got it out for you. Think you can't make your own decisions.
You want me gone? You gonna have to do it.
Where's your man at?
He went home for the night.
She was thinking quick.
Where's your man at?
Okay. Well, since the video's not playing, Sharonda, I'll voice break it down for you. Larry went on ahead and started it anyway. Larry started talking about
the video's playing.
Okay.
Our people gonna come after you. It's yours after that. Till there ain't nobody left.
Sharonda, thoughts on Scully showing up at the hospital? If he really wanted to do something, why he ain't gonna do it?
I mean, I felt like Louie was speaking the truth.
Okay.
And it takes me back to, and this kind of why I was okay with her decision at the end to kind of leave Franklin, because she said in the beginning, she always said, and I agree with her decision, that they always should have took out Man Boy over Scully. And the reason why she's speaking to him, because the main reason why she didn't want to kill him is because they said Scully may be crazy, but he has common sense to respect the game. And he understood, like, all of this happened because people were being greedy, trying to make side deals, and it was just senseless violence when everyone could have just been making money. So I actually really like that scene. It's one of my favorite scenes because it foreshadows so much to the mind state that Louie was in, that she had been in for the past couple, really the whole season, to be honest with you. I mean, to think back to the beginning of this, she never wanted to do this. She didn't even want Jerome really doing this.
No,
and
she didn't.
It all led to where we're at now at the season finale, and we lost so many people on both sides. I love that scene. It doesn't really make a huge impact to people when you're watching the finale, but once you see the fallout of how the season ends, it makes so much sense.
I did good. I got you a good one. I did good. I'm so proud of myself. Nita the Diva, we coming your way next. What did you think about this scene?
I think if Scully wanted her dead, he would have killed her. Like Larry said, it ain't in him no more. He's not that person anymore. So she did some really good acting. I do want to say that. And also the whole sequence was kind of cut between this interaction and the meetup point. So I like the way the director did that as well. That was a nice little style touch. But yeah, she was talking them down. And what do we say? Listen to the women.
Oh Lord, that's what you say. You say that every time.
The Bible says it too.
Oh Lord, Tiffany, you next. Go ahead, Tiffany.
I agree with Nita. Listen to the woman. The Bible does say it. Scully. I agree that his heart wasn't in it. And Louie has been sound counsel all season. She said in the very beginning that Scully always stayed in his lane, and that man boy was the problem. And you know the issue, and I say this on our show all the time. The issue was Franklin took a side, and that's how we got to where we are now. And with the meetup with Alton and Reed, Alton was speaking truth to power to Reed, and I felt like when Reed left there with Franklin and he said he was going to be off the grid, I knew right then that he was going after Alton. When he said he wasn't going to be available for a while, I was like, okay, Alton's dead. He's going to Cuba.
Wow. Moochie, my people, what'd you think about Scully showing up at this hospital?
I thought I said when he showed up there, I was like, they not even prepared for this guy. And like Tiffany said earlier, or not Tiffany, Sharonda said earlier, they should have been prepared for him to be coming back. I don't know what they was thinking, but I'm glad it panned out the way it did. She was able to talk him down, and Jerome was able to get the gun from her, and it was just, she was speaking facts, and they should have listened to her from the beginning and took out Man Boy, because he was the problem. I think he orchestrated everything as far as when he did the shootout from the previous season, and he orchestrated everything with that, and he didn't care if his niece died.
Ron, we bouncing to you now. How'd you feel about Scully popping up at the hospital?
I said Scully must have 9 lives or something, because there are at least 2 scenes where I think Scully could have, been taken out. The first one going into the house all haphazardly. He could have, even though he got shot, he could have been killed. You come into the hospital, you're pointing your gun, and with Jerome, Jerome could be a little crazy too. And instead of taking the gun from him, he could have taken it and shot him. So that's another reason I think Scully's going to be around next season, because he hasn't used up all of his lives yet.
Damn. Damn. Larry finished off the kitty cat. He got 9 lives. Finish him off, Larry.
There was a couple of things I noticed about this scene. First, there was a couple of details that I noticed. One is that throughout this entire series, I feel like they never really touched on the Crip blood thing. They talked about there was like a gang war, but they never really touched on the whole Crip blood thing. This was the first time I remember they really gave us a direct reference of what set that what side Scully was on, where he was clearly a blood because he was rocking those K-Swiss with the red laces. And they hadn't never really talked about that or even given us any real references to it. So that was kind of cool to see. Another sort of detail in that sense was they had this pool of blood right there where he was at, but as much as that dude was bleeding, there should have been a trail of blood coming in somewhere. Like where he was at, there should have been a trail of blood coming in. That's just a little detail as a filmmaker. I would have figured like they should have went ahead and put something there. But this is another thing where I had a little respect for Scully right here, because this is one of those scenes where you realize Scully, forget the fact that his heart just wasn't in it anymore. This is another point where you realize Scully is an actual leader. Like he knows he leads his crew. And when Louie was talking to him, she wasn't appealing to him as my life and your life in that sense. She was appealing to him as a leader, saying, you lead men. And if you do this right now, you will die. And as a consequence, other men and women will die. And it will be on your hands. You will have done this, and it will be to no avail. It will just lead to more bloodshed. And I think she appealed to him as a leader, and it got through. And honestly, I really hope that we see Scully again. And I hope we see him again as not the drugged out gang leader that he is right now, but as a reformed character who's maybe working in the community. I would love to see that from him.
Okay, a good reply. Ladies and gentlemen, we got Jay Moore back, and we're going to give the next clip to Jay Moore to let him start this ship on out. But by the way, be sure to subscribe to everybody's channel. And while we're working right now live, Sharonda is uploading videos. If you want to know if the Mortal Kombat reboot is worthy, yes, Sharonda, I see y'all. I know all. I see it. This is some good work. Y'all can go watch as soon as we're done. She's special.
Sharonda's got that good internet too. She's live streaming and she's uploading at the same time. I'm
telling you. You see my stuff over here tripping. I ain't got that Elon Musk satellite internet yet. I mean, my stuff over here tripping. J-Mo, this clip is for you, my brother. This clip is for you.
You and your mother get back in the car and get out of here.
Pretty sure I got it out for you. Thinks you can't make your own decisions.
You want me gone? You gonna have to do it.
It put you all in danger.
Franklin! Wait! You kill him, you gonna have to kill us all. Is that who the fuck you are?
I swear you'll never hear from him again. Will you let us live?
All right, Sissy. I'll go.
Is that who you are?
Whoa. J-Mo, talk about that scene, my brother. What was going through your mind when this was happening? Uh-oh.
We need to get Jay Moore that Sharonda internet.
J-Mo, we cannot hear you. We see you, but we can't hear you, so we're gonna move on.
All right. You hear me now?
Yeah, we got you now. We got you.
All right, my mic was on mute. All right. I don't know why this woman loved this damn wannabe Panther. He more like a kitten. This dude, of course, I don't know why she loved Alton, about to risk her life, get between everything. He went on the fake Breakfast Club, spilling all the beans with Sadat X and putting all this info out. Got everybody about to get killed, ruined the business. Like, come on, dude. Just time for you to go. We're talking about you trying to help everybody. What help did you do? Now you think you could take down the CIA with a 38? Like, you're talking about you scared of him. Yeah, it's the CIA. You know, why you ain't scared, fool? Like, you back on that oil, you back on that Earl juice? What's up?
Oh,
what are you talking about? And then
Jay, I think that was a 32.
Hey, Larry, what'd you think about it? What'd you think about that, my brother?
Full of dum-dums. A dum-dum with full of dum-dums in that piece. Hollow point with a hollow head.
I'll tell you, I thought that scene was it was good, but it was hilarious in some parts, because that part where Franklin asked him, you have to kill us all, and he said, is that who you really are? And it was like Teddy looked at him like, are you really asking me that dumbass question? He's like, I will kill you, your family, and this whole damn city. I am literally poisoning an entire community, and you're asking me if I would kill you and your folks? It was almost like he looked over his shoulder. It's like if Teddy was black, he would have looked over his shoulder and been like, nigga, please, But I mean, it was one of those things where it went back to all the stuff that they keep giving us little previews about what's going to happen. And it was like the part where he called up earlier and he said, hey, when they were calling to meet up, and he told him, he said, I don't take well to threats. And he was like, I thought the CIA agent's job was to manipulate people into doing what they want. And it was sort of like, it was in that moment, it seemed like Franklin reminded Teddy how to behave, because when they went there, Teddy was like, okay, I want to keep Franklin working for me. That's cool. I'll let his parents get on a plane and go to Cuba. It doesn't matter to me if they live for 2-3 weeks more. It doesn't matter. I'll still get them. I'll just go show up in Cuba and pop them in and be done with it. You know,
Damn.
It's probably cleaner if you do it in Cuba because then there's no pushback on them. So,
gotcha.
I mean,
all right, we're gonna end it there.
He waited too late. He didn't already threaten to put his name out there. Teddy can't take that risk of you deciding to change your mind one day and put my business out in these streets. I'm gonna have to come see you. You know.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, Nita, what'd you think?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, the first thing that I thought about, you know, I've been praising the director most of the time, but this one, I was a little off with who was pointing the gun at who because we didn't have enough wide shots. Now I thought he could have been pointing at his father. Then I know he ended up pointing at Teddy, but it just wasn't clear to me. It was a little fuzzy. And so I'll leave that there. And then yes, the part when Teddy looked over his shoulder like, you don't know. You don't know I'm a killer. So
Nina, I think the director left that in. I think he shot it that way intentionally to add a bit of confusion about who was pointing the guns at who, because there was that time where people were unclear if Franklin was going to go and take his dad out. Right. And I think they wanted it to be unclear in that moment.
Okay. All right, Sharonda, what did you think about this scene?
I first want to give a shout out to Carter Hudson, who plays Reed or Teddy, whatever the hell his name is. He does such a fantastic job because when we first meet him at the beginning of the series, I was just like, why they got this little nerdy white boy on this cast with all these? Yeah, I mean, he's fighting with overseas. He's fighting in the hood. I was just like, he's gonna get eaten alive. But it's the scene where we see he gives Franklin a look like, bruh, I will kill your daddy right now. Like, don't get this twisted. And I think that he does such a good job of playing such a dual character that you don't take seriously, but you also know that he is about that life. And he does what needs to be done, not because he's just like cold blood killer, but because at the end of the day, he's going to protect his job at all costs, above his family and above anyone else that comes in his way. And so I just think that he did such a fantastic job just throughout the series, even going into his downward spiral throughout the course of this season. He's just a really great actor, and I hope that we do get to see him again next season.
Wow.
Right. And there was that scene, just to touch
on Jay Moore, Larry, we passed y'all. We got to keep this thing going for time. I do have a child I got to get to. Ron, we coming to you. And let me shout out Just My Opinions. Be sure to go check out his channel. And let me shout out Lainey Womack. I love having the women on here too. And they're grateful to have you. Ron, what did you think of this moment on the finale when they had the triple threat shootout?
Well, as I've been, pointing out on my show, Sissy has been a little soft when it comes to Alton as to whether she was going to protect her husband or not. And I have to give credit to her in this particular scene. She kind of stepped up, and I've been waiting for her to step up and protect Alton from Franklin, really. And I think for her to give herself up like that, to want to take a bullet for her husband, kind of proved to me that she does love this man. I mean, because throughout the last few episodes, she's been giving the appearance that she loves him, that she wants him, but she never really stood by him. But this particular scene, I got to shout it out to her. She stood by her man in this scene.
Okay, gotcha. Moochie.
I thought with her, at this point, she's gonna stick by him because she lost everything. She lost it. She had that hope of becoming involved with the real estate, involved with the other guy that had all the money. I can't remember his name right now. And he always loved him. And now that he's finally becoming the man that she loved, of course she's gonna protect him. And as far as Teddy, he's a chameleon. You never gonna see him coming. That's why Franklin is so afraid of him.
Okay. Tiff, you get last word on this particular subject.
Yeah, I was happy to see Sissy step up too. And I think that also basically confirms that she did not set Alton up when he went to Cuba. And it also showed Franklin's side too, that he still loved his father, because, you know, we saw him pistol whip him. He called him Alton. He pretty much banished him. But when it came down to it, he pulled the strap out on Teddy. Like, okay, you gonna shoot him, you gotta shoot all of us. So he stood tall for his dad, and Reed assessed the situation. He put the gun down because he knew, he like, okay, I ain't gonna take him out in front of Franklin and Sissy, but I'm gonna get him on my time.
And Franklin said he would do that all the time. He said, I'll always step in front of the bullet for you, for everyone.
All right.
But he was actually, Franklin put the gun on Alton after Teddy said he messed up everything, and she stepped in between them, and that's when he ended up switching back. So Teddy almost made him, Franklin pop him, because remember he said, you're right. And then that's when Sissy got in between. And then he ain't gonna let you pop moms.
Next scene coming for you, my brother. By the way, everybody subscribe to everybody's channel. We've got 250. Can we get 250 likes? Can we get 250 shares? Can we get 200 people subscribing to everybody's channel that is on this panel? Larry, sit back, relax, because you get the video with my boy. You know I like this guy, but I'm curious to know, what does all this mean from this particular scene dealing with Gustavo?
Still vetting the possibles, but I should have someone here to replace Teddy by next week.
As long as it's still out of my way, I don't care how it is.
The woman you asked us to find, Lucia Villanueva. Unless you'd rather not know now.
Explain that for us, Larry. What's going on?
That's gonna be Gustavo's undoing, man. There are two things that kill men: the pursuit of money and the pursuit of women. And generally, the pursuit of money is in the pursuit of women. So he's gonna die because of her.
Yeah, that's true.
He's gonna die because of her.
That was, let me tell y'all something. That was the shortest statement I think I've ever heard Larry say. That was the absolute, that took every bit of 10 seconds. So I know he ain't never going to risk his life over nothing crazy. I'm coming your way now, Ron. Ron, what'd you think about that scene with Gustavo?
I like Gustavo. He's quiet. You can't determine where he is, where he's going. He's just going to be himself. He has this allegiance with Reed, and he respects where he is in the game, but he doesn't take any mess. So that CIA agent looked a little weak around Gustavo. So I like the character. I like it.
I got to agree with you on that.
Right.
Did you like how when he told him he had the file?
Well,
Gustavo didn't say, he just pointed
got
to the table
dirt.
like,
Yeah.
put it over there.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Just like you're my underling.
And Reed got dirt, they done did together too.
Yeah, exactly.
Sharonda, your thoughts on Gustavo and his pursuit of Lucia?
Let me tell you something. Lucia living her best life. They showed that picture. He thinking Lucia down and out. My baby is out here having brunch with cocktails. High-class restaurant, living her best life. All right. I know that hurt him. I know it hurt him because he been missing her, and it looked like she had the glow up after she left Oso. But what I'm more excited about, I really want to know who they're going to cast.
I think that's probably why he's salty.
Yeah, but I'm more excited about who is his new Reed. I really hope they get the casting right for that next season. But that's actually what I'm more interested in than, who been, knocking out them walls on Lucia, because she got that glow. She got that I've been getting some on a consistent daily basis, multiple times a day glow, okay?
Oh.
You can see that through the black and white photo. So he hurt.
I tell you what, you better not cheat on Sharonda. She can read your ass. I done said how women become the FBI. If you fellas, don't you ever mess up with a woman and let her catch something. The FBI investigation begins. Moving on to
why you can't ever be too happy around a woman. You get too happy. Why are you so damn happy?
Hey, you had telling your favorite football team that ain't won in 50 years winning. Nita, we coming your way. How you feeling about Gustavo? What they're gonna do with him?
I was cracking up. I said in my review earlier today, if I don't give a fuck was a person. Gustavo, took me out. Yeah. He was looking happy and healthy, and I was just like, okay.
Oh, damn. Okay, Tiffany, it's on you now. Good Lord, that chick said it.
Listen, I like Oso, and I agree. He plays no games. I think he has loyalty to Reed and probably Reed only. He was never checking for old boy the CIA dude because last week he called him hombre. So racist. He had his number, and yeah. So he keeps stuff close to the vest, and I agree with Larry, and that's a comment that I made on our channel too about women. Like we are y'all kryptonite. So Lucia is gonna be the downfall of Oso.
Yeah.
Muchella.
Did y'all
Well, Lucia brought him into the game too, so he was trying to be WWE, and now she got him in the game and bounced. Now his life is on the line. He like, hold up, where'd you go?
He loves her.
I need to find a Jew. We have with the talk. Well,
did y'all also peep when they said he was gonna bring a new replacement for Teddy, and he was like, "Well, whoever he is, he better not get in my way."
Yeah, yeah.
I'm CIA, Buto.
Oh my God,
he did say that. He did say that
when he was drunk. He's like, I'm CIA, Buto.
I feel like Teddy forgot to give him the first rule of being in the CIA. You don't talk about it.
Let me ask y'all this: if she comes back, do y'all think they're gonna try to make her?
Say that one more time, Mo.
Wait.
Yeah.
I was saying, if you think she comes back, if Lucia comes back, do you think they're gonna make her evil like Griselda Blanc? That the real person, the real kingpin, because that's basically what she was gonna be if she stayed in the game.
I don't know. That's a good question.
And I was like, if she come back, she's gonna be evil. She was already ready to. She was willing to do anything to get the recipe how to cook it.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if she comes back.
But she left him dirty.
Yo, go ahead, Jay. Uh-oh. Can you hear us, J-Mo?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay, go ahead. Speak on it.
He got
I was just saying, like, she got out the game and left him hanging. So that's all.
Okay. All right, Nita the Diva. We are on to you. The next clip, this one's for you. You get to lead off on this whole thing. It's all for you. And I think you'll enjoy this one.
What'd you forget? Sissy. I really thought this was the beginning of something. I hope that before you meet your end, you look around you. Try to understand your place in this world.
Nita, what was going through your brain
I had
when
that
you saw
YouTube
that?
open at the same time.
You know when people give these long monologues, get on their righteous high horse. Even though he was speaking truth to power, I knew he was going to die. And for some reason, shout out to the book that he's reading, The Spook Who Sat by the Door. Nipsey Hussle had talked about that on the Breakfast Club, and it was basically about a CIA agent, a black CIA agent who infiltrated the CIA to learn their practices and then, activate his community with the way that they do their work. So yeah, shout out to that. That came out in 1969. Little fun fact.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a mess. It was a mess. I like the way the director did it because when he opened the door, you didn't see who came in the room, and he just assumed that it was Sissy. But yeah, Teddy came to collect.
He sure did. All right, Tiffany, it's on you now.
He should have had gun next to him at all times.
Yeah, Reed pulled up like I knew he would. Like I said, when the Airmac, when he said that he was going to be gone for a while, I knew he was going to Cuba, so I expected him there. I was happy to see the book too, The Spook by the Door. That's a movie that my dad told me about many years ago, and my son just bought the remastered version and stuff. So I look forward to watching that with him. And yeah, I knew Alton was out of there, and I think I was telling my co-host today on our show that I think that once he kills him, that Sissy is going to come back to LA. She's going to tell Franklin, and I think Franklin is going to be after Reed in season 5. And I think that because Reed is a lone wolf right now, the CIA is bringing somebody else in. So I think Franklin may try to get at him if he learns that his father is dead.
Gotcha. Muchella.
Okay, I thought you was gonna show the part when they showed Sissy swaying out.
Right.
She was playing her hips.
Oh my Lord, have mercy.
Yeah, I thought you was, but that book is a significant read, and also Tupac mentioned it too. He was reading that book when he was locked up. Now, to me, he seemed like he kind of knew he was gonna come.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think
like
so.
he kind of expected it. He doesn't seem surprised.
Man,
he doesn't seem surprised. Because he know how they get down.
Alton seems surprised.
If he knew he was coming, he should have had a gun taped under the table. But it is what it is.
Right.
I want to know what's gonna happen when she comes back and discover it. And I was kind of saying maybe he didn't shoot him, but nah, it looks like he did.
Okay.
All right, Ron. He better give him a lethal injection like Eazy-E had, man, and that way it's all wiped away, and you think he had a heart attack.
Oh,
you shoot him, then it's a problem. You better give him that Eazy-E, that Ice Cube lethal injection.
We coming your way now, Ron. What'd you think?
Well, I think if Alton lives, he needs to rewrite that book, The Spook at the Door, because when he came in, he's definitely a ghost. I mean, that was a very strong scene for me, and I've read the book. It's an excellent read. I think anyone who hasn't should. But look at the artistic value. The spook was sat by the door, and then here's Reed at his door, ready to kill him. It's a very strong scene.
Shonda.
I like the scene. I gotta go too because I gotta go to bed. I gotta record 2 more videos, but I did like the scene. I forgot the point. Alton wasn't surprised. He knew that he would always come back after him. Like he wasn't just gonna let this go because he could always just pop back up in the States and be like, "Hey, like I decided I want to lead the revolution again." But I do want to leave it with a point that I hope for season 5. I don't think that it was by any mistake that they mentioned the HIV crisis that was happening. And I do believe that that's something that they should delve into for the next season, especially because with it being centered around drug use and what that impact is going to have on the community and what that impact will have on Franklin's business as well.
Okay. And Sharonda, we're grateful that you gave us a little more over an hour, you superstar, Hollywood star. Be sure everybody subscribe to her channel. We've got 260 in the building. Everybody go subscribe to her channel and check out her show. Check out the videos she just dropped.
Before she goes, I just want to say, I know she thinks she's slick, but we should all know that was not actually Teddy that walked through the door. That was Sharonda in a Teddy suit. That was another one of her many jobs that she has. And if you look at that photo and zoom in quick, you can see one of the braids that's sticking out from outside the wig that she was wearing. That was just Sharonda doing another one of her jobs, wearing a Teddy suit, showed up to take Alton out. That's all that was.
I'm so done with you.
Yeah, bruh. Do you know how much that hair probably cost her to get done? She ain't trying to hide that. In no way or form she trying to hide that $600 hairdo. No way.
Who got $600 for hair?
Hey, you one of them special.
You know, Sharonda braids her own hair while she's on live making videos.
If I could, I would. Shoot. I sure would. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
Sharonda, we appreciate you, and we'll catch you later, maybe tomorrow for a little Falcon finale, whatever the case may be. We appreciate you.
Bye.
All right, bye, y'all.
I will say this about that scene, and I already said it earlier. We knew what was going to happen. This scene was, to me, even though it was good, it was a little too obvious. It was a little too it was a little too much on the nose. We knew it was going to happen. I mean, if you watched the show and paid attention to the show at all, we knew that Cuba, that Central South America was all part of Teddy's, coverage area, if you want to call it that. That's where he operated. And so, I mean, for him to show up there was nothing. I mean, and we knew that he was going to want to take care of it personally, because for him, it was personal now. It wasn't just a matter of, okay, I'm doing this because it's part of the job. I mean, Alton had threatened to out him and gave up one of his cover names. And so dude was upset. He was like, you're messing with my ability to do my job. And Teddy looks at himself as an extreme patriot and is willing to sacrifice everything. His own brother died as a result of it. He's willing to sacrifice his own life, his own safety, his own health. His marriage was basically a collateral damage in the idea that he has of being a patriot and his work towards his job. It just seemed like it was a little too obvious that he was going to go there and take care of him. And I think they should have went somewhere else. He should have went to Africa or Asia or some other place. Not that Teddy couldn't have gotten to him, but maybe it wouldn't have been as easy.
A brother should go to Iceland.
I mean, Teddy saw him get on the plane, so
Iceland, Finland, somewhere.
Yeah, where we don't like cold anyway.
Hey, so don't let them be there to see you get on the plane and see where you going either.
I feel like no matter where he would have went, Teddy would have knew because he was at the airport.
I agree.
Mm-hmm. Jay Moore, speak on this situation.
I mean, I think Alton was dumb in thinking that, and he should have kept a gun with him at all times. I mean, he thought that everything was going to be cool and he would be able to walk away when he threatened dude life by putting his information out there. Like Larry said, he didn't sacrifice everything for the job, and he thought he could go to Cuba like Tupac and everything would be all good. That ain't gonna work. He gonna come for you. So
and it seemed like Alton had got relaxed. Sissy done put them hips on him. Y'all seen the way Sissy walked away. It was some drop it like it was hot on Alton. So he was. Did you see the way
she had that duck butt?
Yeah, man, she looked like she was ready to bust it wide open.
And did you see the way Alton rolled over in bed? Women, when you done a number on us, we roll over. The fuck he rolled over. That's how we roll over. He was over there licking the pillow and shit. I'm like, bro. He rolled over just. And I'm like, bro.
Oh man.
I knew in that moment. He was done. I knew it. But
playing out that door. That scene right. I thought you was gonna show that part.
No, I gotta be careful now. We ain't trying to get them to black us out and get copyrights. You gotta time those videos perfectly.
Look, I'm still learning.
Hey,
what's so interesting is that
he had a gun taped under there because he dropped pennies, nickels, quarters, and dimes.
Right. You know what's so interesting? They're showing us.
He was on the radio station.
They keep showing us doing different scenes how Teddy and Franklin's lives are running parallel to each other and how they're pretty much doing the exact same thing, just maybe with slightly different outcomes. And we even saw this in this episode. I'm not going to jump ahead any further, but we saw the same thing with Franklin as well.
Gotcha. Okay, Tiffany, we're back to you. And on this one, I'm going to narrate and then get everybody's opinion. So there's been so much damage done to Franklin and his organization and his family. Okay, Louie and Jerome said, you know what, bro, we done dealing with you. We done doing it your way. We want to go to Little Rock and do it our way. And we're going to give you the money. And if you don't want to deal with us, we can go somewhere else. And then after that, Franklin has a discussion with Leon, who reinforces what they said. And then Leon tells Franklin, and by the way, I am Leon, so if you have questions, you can ask me specifically what you want to know. He wants to get out the game, and Franklin's like, after I done saved your ass, you're not going anywhere. Tiffany, speak on that whole crescendo of fuckery.
Okay. Well, you know, as we said earlier, Louie has always been counsel, and she does know how to strategize and run the show. She ran the show while Franklin was down. They're going to go to Little Rock, and you know Little Rock is going to be a mess. We know how things went down with the drugs there and stuff. I think ultimately they're going to do their own thing, but I think they're going to end up coming back to Franklin in the end. The situation with Leon, you know, I understand what's happening with Leon. Leon is still reeling from the fact that he killed the little girl and the DJ and stuff like that. He wants out the game. But Franklin also, he's ruthless. He pulled rank on him too. He's like, listen, I sacrificed everything for you. I could have given you up. I did not. I stood tall for you, and you gonna stand tall for me. And you know, like I said earlier, Franklin is becoming a savage. So he's ruthless.
Jay Moore, it's your turn. What'd you think about that entire scene? Uh-oh.
Now it's a delay.
Man, I mean, I think they dirty. I think they dirty. Now they want to leave, but they still want to tell him. They're going to tell him how much they're going to pay, and they're going to leave. And when he needed most, after he didn't risk everything for everybody, and I think he needed to remind them and pull rank. The same for Leon. Everybody wanted Leon to, you know, get turned in, and he didn't do it. So, I mean, he put too much on the line for both of them, and now everybody want to leave and leave him hanging. So,
Muchella,
I think that could have kept it going. I think I'm the last person in. They keep having me like delayed up in here, man. I got to come in early next time, man. You got me over here. Got me like lagged out every time I try to talk up in here. Like, damn, I see what happened when you come last. People try to make jokes. Y'all got jokes or whatever. You got your people got little funny little jokes and shit. Like, well, bring y'all ass up here, squad pound. You one man squad like Alton. Think you got jokes? Let's see what your ass got. Okay, come to my channel. We'll see what I'ma dial up. I got something to dial up on your ass. I'ma dial Teddy up on your ass, bro. I got Teddy on your.
Ain't nobody scared to come to your channel.
Jokes at your computer. He gonna be a joke behind your ass.
We will all
you gonna be up there like he was on that book. You gonna be on your computer. He gonna be behind your ass.
Oh man,
I ain't scared of Teddy. We'll be up there. As a matter of fact, I got something I'm gonna unveil on my Falcon Winter Soldier finale that'll prove to y'all I don't give a damn about Teddy. I'll show up. Moochie, what'd you think about that scene?
With this scene, I feel like he feel like I risked everything and y'all gonna leave, and he's not feeling it. He's not feeling it. And are we talking about also with the conversation between Leon and Franklin?
Absolutely.
I feel like Leon is finally starting to get it, but he can't leave. He can't leave, and I think they are gonna come back. I agree with Tiffany. I think they are gonna come back. I think things is gonna go left when they go to Little Rock. I think when they come back to Little Rock, it's gonna be a mess.
Right.
It's gonna be a mess. And I'm hoping that woman that was pregnant is not strung out.
Oh Lord have mercy.
That was my biggest fear with her. And we already saw the freeloader. We already know he's gonna be a crackhead.
Yeah,
he's gonna be out of control. So Jerome might have to put the hammer
Wait
down
till
with
that crack baby come out.
Right.
Yeah, and I'm hoping it doesn't go left like that. But I feel like Jerome gonna have to put the hammer down with the freeloading brother.
Wow, Larry.
So I'm just putting that out there. But I feel like he should let them go, like Leon said, let them go because they're gonna come back.
Larry, speak on it, my brother.
First of all, I just have to say shout out to black women, because who else can go get shot up, spend like a week in a hospital, come out and look fine as hell? You know? I mean, for real though.
That black don't crack, Larry, no matter what you put in it. No matter what you do to it.
Nothing. Age, bullet wounds, you know, the stress of running a international drug organization, nothing. You know? Nothing. I will say this. I feel for Franklin in this sense, because he was in this moment feeling like he just lost his parents. They just left. He feels like, you know, I've been dealing with all this. I promised you guys I would step in front of every bullet that came at you. He went and stepped in front of, Jerome, let Jerome whoop his ass when he knew Jerome was about to go do something stupid. He's done everything. Jerome, Franklin, and Franklin and Teddy are just alike. They tell everybody the exact truth. They don't like it, but he is brutally honest with everyone, and he feels like now, oh, I've been dead on with you guys. I've been straight up 100%, and you guys now are trying to bend me over and tell me you want to leave. And he's angry, but he's angry in his way, where he's like, okay, I'm gonna let you do your thing. I'm gonna let you see what happens when you go out there with the product and the stress and everything else, but you don't have what I have upstairs. You don't have that. And you need that if you're gonna really run this game. You could be a little street dude, but you can't be the boss that you want to be without what I got. And they're gonna come back. And as far as Leon just keeps sealing up his own fate. Every time Leon opens his mouth, he wants to start spitting knowledge. It's like all of a sudden he killed this kid and he got reflective. And all of a sudden he started having these internal monologues with himself, and he's thinking about stuff in a more thoughtful, lofty manner. And he's telling Franklin all this stuff, and Franklin's like, "Well, damn, homie, you're an asset. I can't let you go. When did you become the one spitting knowledge?" He just keeps on. He's up there telling dude this. He's jumping bad, making people back down. He's basically telling Franklin, I'm indispensable, even though he wants to be dispensable. And Franklin's like, yeah, you're right. You are indispensable, and I'm not letting you go now. You know?
Nita
I
the
think I
Diva.
jumped ahead a little bit, but
you all right. Go for it, Nita.
My take on this is that, you know, Louie has been almost like the consigliere of this operation. And when you're operating at that capacity, she has she feel like she has the knowledge to do it. Now, what is really going on here is that Franklin messed up. He messed up big time. And it just got too hot in the kitchen. And it just got too hot in the kitchen, and they just like, man, I'm out. So yeah, I think it's a matter of time. They're gonna jump out the pan into the fire and realize, I mean, it just be like that. When you in the drug life, that is the life that you live, and it gets hot.
You know, Nita, I halfway agree with you, but I think part of that is I think that Louie and Jerome thought about it, and they said, if this is the risk that we have to take with Jerome dropping bodies and Louie getting shot, they're thinking, if this is the risk we have to take, then we want all the reward. We want a bigger piece of the pie. We don't want to work for you. We want to have our own thing, because if we have to put out all this risk, we want way more reward.
Okay. All right, Big Ron, finish this off for us, then we'll move on to the last subject.
Well, my problem is, I think Louie has the brains. She can run an operation, but she's no G. Jerome, that muscle between his ears, he doesn't use. And so it's going to be rather interesting to me what, where you're going to get your soldiers from that's going to, protect you in the street, that's going to run the drugs. I'm just not sure if they're making the right move, regardless of whether they go to, Arkansas or wherever. It's just, what are you going to do? Sell the drugs in the same neighborhood that Franklin's in? That's not going to work. As we all know, Franklin is just a ruthless character now, and he's not going to put up with that. As far as Leon is concerned, I think with all the killing and what he has done himself, he's come to the realization that this doesn't last long, and it's not a job that you can retire from. So if he can make a way out, he wants to make that way, and I frankly can't blame him.
Yep, but you know what? It's hard getting out of that game.
Oh yeah,
somebody in the comment section, I think it was Goddess Godiva said, "Isn't Cali too hot for Unc's leather and fur?" I was about to say, shout out to Uncle's jacket, because if you change the color of that fur red as color, you basically have Zemo's coat, and that thing was on point right there. Being from California. Being from California, I will say people used to rock those big ass Raider jackets, those big ass Raider bomber jackets in the dead of summer. So it doesn't matter how hot it is. People they're gonna wear their fashion.
Gotcha. All right, Ron. This last clip is for you, my brother. This is one to talk about because after having a good finale, they did decide to stick something on the very end that we had missed seeing the whole entire season, but we knew her ass was going to pop up again. And here it is.
Reported friend, Irene. She was killed.
What happened to her?
I said, car accident. Shit, could happen to anyone. If there's something you want to say to me, something you want to get off your little chest, then please say it now, because after this, I fucking promise you, there are no more chances.
Tell me the truth, you'll never hear from me again. Admit that you killed my daddy. Be man enough to tell me that I'm not crazy.
Goodbye, Mel.
Damn.
Brother, was some gangster shit right there.
Brother Ron. Tell me, Brother Ron, what was the metaphor for him putting that cane down? And it was nothing wrong with his legs no more. He done been healed. He done went to Wakanda and got on that vibranium.
Look, after several episodes, I kept asking, why is he still with that cane? But when he put that cane down and walked out like Superfly, I said, okay, well, you got to understand something. This man is giving you a message. He's saying, yeah, you shot me, but I'm good. In fact, I am better than good. I'm better than I was the day you shot me. And he put that cane down just to let her know that ain't nothing changed. And he walks out of there. I mean, classic. I had to clap when I saw that end.
Okay. Hey, woo-wee. J-Mo, speak on it, my brother J-Mo.
We're gonna wait a few seconds.
I love the scene. It was. Hey, don't come with the jokes, man.
Oh Lord! Oh Lord! He's trying to chastise us, and he doesn't. Oh Lord! Okay, boy.
See, he doesn't know how to put an NSA. I just break him out.
Y'all got jokes that kick me out the show, got me lagging, got me looking like I'm broke. Don't you see my mansion? Don't you see this mansion? I'm calling up in here. Ain't nobody got no hell. Come on now. You see, look at I'm Franklin up in here too now. Come on now. My channel, I got Wi-Fi.
I gotta take my glasses off on that. I gotta take the glasses off on that, bro. Because you living in a mansion. You living in the 504 mansion.
Oh my goodness.
Running that dial-up internet. I bought this mansion. I paid for this mansion in cash. Okay, I had hooked up with Sissy Saint Real Estate Company.
Look, there he goes. Man, we moving on. Lord have mercy. The boy living in a $500,000 mansion.
Make my stomach hurt.
Larry, my man got Netscape internet. He got that Netscape internet. How you in a mansion with Netscape internet? Lord have Larry, speak on it, my brother. Speak on it, Larry. Speak on it.
Man, I love that scene. That scene was just the best. It was like I said, it was that parallel that you had where you had both Teddy and Franklin showing up from the people of their past that have threatened them, you know. And we have Teddy, and we see like they're trying to present Franklin as maybe a little bit better, where he's not quite as murderous, because we see Teddy showed up with Alton to basically just put him out, to take him out.
I'm about to snap on StreamYard, man. I'm just playing on your behalf. I don't know what the hell going on. It's a CON conspiracy, okay? From the CIA, gonna put it in. I can't get a word in. Try to say something, cut me off.
Outside the
Starbucks. Larry got jokes that's actually funny for a change. Like, damn.
Oh my God.
I done helped Larry with some new material. I know you needed it, but I wasn't trying to. I'm glad it helped. But like, I ain't the butt of the jokes.
Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. You've been stuck in the rainbow void for I don't know how long, coming for me now. Like, what's behind that?
Finish your point, Larry. Finish your point, my brother.
Yeah, man. I will say I really did like that scene. I love they brought Mel back into it at the last bit there. I love the fact that Mel was in there looking like she was getting her life together, looking like somebody's wife, you know, doing volunteer work at the church and stuff. So I mean, it was a nice look for her. You know, Franklin. I mean, I understand why he showed up there, because he's scared. You know, I think he's scared. He realizes that, you know, his parents left, and I don't know if he knows at this point if his dad is dead or not, but he knows what Teddy's willing to do. And I think part of him showing up is in part to protect himself, but I still think there's a little bit of love there. I think maybe part of that is to protect her too, because he knows if she starts talking that she might get a visit from somebody, and no one's gonna think twice if she shows up dead. And so I think he might have been trying to, you know, threaten her and scare her, but I think part of it was for his benefit and part of it was for hers, because if he really didn't care about it, if there was no love there at all, he could have walked in, killed her, and been out, and no one would have been any the wiser. He could have taken her out without any real consequences. So, okay. You know, but he didn't. I think there's still a little bit there. So.
Nita, what'd you think?
I think this symbolizes his full circle moment from, you know, what she did to him and how he's recovered and become a better person, even though it's on the nose because he exactly said that. But, you know, I think that's what the cane symbolizes, and he was using that as a crutch for most of the season. And, you know, when you put the pressure on Cole, you get a diamond. So I feel like he's just gone under the pressure and he's just taking back his. I was like, Franklin is back. I was just so happy. And shout out to Curtis Mayfield. I'm your push-up man.
Nita, I gotta say this about you. You dropping gems tonight, metaphors. Know the music, know about these books. Hey, y'all better subscribe to that woman channel. She is more than hair, pretty eyelashes, and nails. That chick got something going on. Big time Ron, what'd you think about this scene?
Well, like I said, and I'm in agreement with everybody. Mel is, you know, she's looking at an icon walking out that door. And that's exactly what Franklin has become. He's no saint, even though his last name may suggest it. You know, this man he's an icon. So he's something to be reckoned with in season 5.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. No doubt.
I was about to say, hey,
Tiff,
I'm gonna keep this conversation going when this is over. I'm gonna start up on my channel stream since everybody got jokes. If y'all want to come, you're welcome, but don't be last because stream y'all gonna be blipping y'all ass, and you gonna see where everybody got jokes. They're gonna be like, "Oh, wait, you must not have paid your bill after Lamont." No, ain't nobody paying. Hey, you see, I'm just like Franklin. You see this mansion? It costs a lot.
But your internet don't.
That ain't no real mansion for those who think I'm up here front. I'm just joking. Some people be like, "Hey."
Okay.
Right.
Check the connection.
People that don't know think they got jokes, but y'all need to go on and learn something. You gonna learn today. You come on over. You gonna learn today. You want jokes? We can go joke for joke. You want to talk about Nelly verses? We can have a versus battle. You put your joke. I got my joke. See what happened. That's what I do. That's you in my wheelhouse with the joke. Come on. Everybody got the same internet joke.
I know better than clown. I know better than show up and try and clown a stand-up comedian. It's not going to be me. You know.
Tiffany, what do you think about that thing?
Yeah, we had some discussions on our show about Mel. It was a few people that wanted to know, like, is Mel going to be a part of this season? And I said she was in season episode 1 for a reason. I knew she was going to show up at some point, and I think he went to see her to show his power, to intimidate her and let her know, like, you ain't do nothing. I'm still here, and I'm stronger than ever. And that, to me, that was confirmation that he's going to be a savage next season. And the other thing that I said to my co-host earlier, I thought was interesting. He said, your auntie told me where you were. I went by the house and your auntie said you were here. And I'm like, I think he was lying, because the auntie said in the previous season to Sissy that Andre had told her all about Franklin. And she was like, you're a good person, but your son, you know, so I don't believe that her aunt would tell her where she is. I think he said that just to, you know, get in her head.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll tell you though, man. Just like Tiffany said, he's going savage. Maybe he's going to maybe he's going to do a team up with Rihanna or something. They're going to do a whole savage line.
See, that boy got jokes today. That boy got jokes there. He thinks she's going to get some Fenty. Now, Moochie, finish this off so I can go grab my daughter and go to sleep.
Did she walk in there with a little sidestep yet?
Oh, you done seen that video?
Yes. I saw the baby walking.
That little
thing sidestep, and she walks like a girl already with her hands up.
So you noticed that, right? You noticed that.
Yes. She's a lady. She's a lady.
His overlord.
Now, what I peep with this is you see Franklin is getting obsessed with power. You saw it in the last scene. And he didn't even have to go there to tell her about Irene. But he wanted to go there to tell her, look, you did this and I'm still standing. And now we're going to see if she's going to come back, because she's still mad that her daddy's gone.
She had that one.
Well, she's mad.
Yeah,
she's mad. She doesn't want to be crazy. She thinks she's crazy that because she you know, people keep saying that he didn't do it, and he's saying he didn't do it, and she's thinking maybe I'm crazy, maybe he really didn't do it, maybe I shot him because I was on the pipe. You know, I think she wants confirmation.
Yeah,
and
I'm glad he didn't give her confirmation.
I felt like he did.
Why?
I don't think he did. That was cruel.
He didn't really nod.
We not king. I thought she was going to get shot.
Nah.
She didn't know he was going to turn around and shoot her, but he was like, no, I'm bigger than that. I'm just leave this here and let you know I'm back.
Big Daddy Kane.
You ain't stop nothing.
I don't think he was shot her insurance. I think Franklin still got a little bit of something in him.
That's right. Well, guys,
I told you this before. He always gonna love her. That's his childhood sweetheart.
But can we see next season?
Can we together, but he love her.
Next season, can we get a romance between Leon and what's her name?
Wanda,
can we get like a real romance between those two? Because he wants out the game. She's trying to stay off the pipe. I think they would be great together again. They kind of heal each other.
Running that shelter, right?
Like it would be great. Like no, because he's gonna have to work with Franklin.
I could see them
have to work with Franklin,
together.
but it would be great if she can be sort of his refuge, and they can sort of try and plot and plan to get out of this thing together. So I don't.
Y'all, why Franklin keep leaving women that betrayed him alive? Why?
Thank you. Big mistake. Big mistake. Big mistake.
Big time.
So you was talking about Jay on your channel last night. Them two teaming up. Didn't somebody mention that? They was talking about last night. We was on, and you said
I saw you. Yeah.
You said
my Wi-Fi was working, right?
Yeah, it was on it was on the
one. Song. My Wi-Fi was working.
It was on the one.
I don't think Saint is going to trust another woman after Mel and now Tanase. He ain't going to trust.
No, I agree with you, Tiffany. He may get with him, but he's not going to trust a woman or a man.
What if these two girls link up?
Nah, there's not going to be any woman that gets close to him. They might get in his bed, but they'll never get close to him.
Right. I agree. And I don't think he should trust a dude either. Like, you a damn dope dealer entangled with the CIA. Like, you can't trust nobody. And you the head of the food
once
chain.
Teddy told him that, he's going to take heed to what Teddy said. Trust no one.
Well, Franklin really doesn't have anybody he can trust because he used to be able to trust Leon, but Leon is not riding with him anymore. Leon
his
works
heart ain't
for
in
him.
it no more.
No,
Leon works for him now. He used to ride for him. Now he works for him.
Now he's going. If he don't give Leon that shelter, he's gonna bump Leon up now just for the simple fact that his aunt and uncle left. Because I'm thinking they leaving. Well, she might. Is she still gonna run that club? You know, it's like so many things that's up.
If I was him, I'd cut their ass off.
Or are they gonna do something where they're going back and forth between LA and Little Rock?
Now he's a businessman. He knows he's a businessman. He's going to keep him on there because they're still going to make him money. They'll get it from somewhere else. He doesn't want to kill his own aunt and uncle, so he wants to make that money. He'll keep going. But what I do hope he does, because I know he's not letting Leon go, but I hope he gives that shelter to Wanda. I think Wanda could run it, and that would be a nice look for her because she needs purpose in her life so she doesn't end up back on the pipe, and I think she could run that.
Gotcha.
That's true. That's a good thing.
I agree.
Yep. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is it. That is inexplicably it. I am so glad that we had all these wonderful, hot, and sexy YouTubers on the same piece of internet real estate, ladies and gentlemen. Part-time Jay Moore, but all-time the rest of us. We're glad to have had you guys come. Be sure to subscribe to
I won't be
everybody's
last
channel.
next time. I know.
Hey, Lamar, I really enjoyed having Ron and Tiffany with us. Can we get them back?
Yeah, we can bring them back.
We love you.
That's what we do.
We like to have you on our channel too.
Yeah, they were great.
All of you.
Y'all were great.
Yeah, we enjoyed y'all.
This was really fun tonight. It was fun.
And whoever want to keep the conversation going, you all welcome on the panel as well as in the chat. Come on through because I ain't get to talk. And I like to talk, so y'all know I talk that much. So I got some shit to say. Okay,
cut you off.
You know what I'm saying? StreamYard done blacklisted me. You know what I'm saying? Like Teddy. You know what I'm saying? Like Franklin, he done took away my plug. You know what I mean? Literally took unplugged my shit. Like, damn, I thought I had the plug connected. Damn.
Everybody be sure to subscribe to all these wonderful YouTubers. Go check out my man who's selling all this wonderful Snowfall gear. Link is in description. Everybody's link is in description. Head over to J-Mo channel in the next 5 minutes because you know it's going to take his internet some time to catch up. Be sure to subscribe to
gave everybody some comedy material for the night, especially your chat. They beat the hell out of the internet joke. I'm glad they had something that they could actually contribute tonight. They felt a part of the show. I'm glad everybody was happy. You know, next time try to get a little more creative with your internet joke. Y'all done recycled it. Y'all worried about
It's like this, my brother. It ain't no such thing as getting more creative. It ain't no such thing as getting more creative until the internet is working properly. Up until that point, It's
You
no
gotta get
holds
creative
barred.
with the joke about the internet. They were saying the same thing, but it's all good.
I see what you're saying. I just saw like 5 comments, and it's the same
No, I was
joke.
looking at the chat.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like 5 comments in there. That's the same thing. Yeah, you do. I agree with them, y'all. Y'all got to do better than that. But
yeah, they all tickling each other. They all tickling each other, having a good time. It's all good.
But we
as long as they
enjoyed you
feel
guys.
part of the
We're
show,
grateful. We're very grateful to all you guys coming through. I love you and you YouTubers for coming and spending time with us. And for subscribers, go to J-Mo channel right now. He's going to keep the conversation going. And you can catch me and Larry with B. Avery.
Yeah, I got to
and
pay my
E-Man
internet
tomorrow.
bill.
hey, man, all you got to do is cash app them right now. It'll be done. Cash
before we get out of here, can we get one more super chat so J-Mo can pay his internet?
Oh my Lord!
Yeah, send it on mine.
Yeah, do it on J-Mo channel. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you tomorrow for the Falcon finale. Peace out.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.